Hey everyone, welcome to Atlas Gaming. I release content every day. Today we are playtesting. This is the third installment or third video, I guess, of Westwood Shadows pre-alpha demo. You can see it there in the bottom right of the screen. You can find this demo for yourself on the GameRound.co platform, or I found it on Steam too. The release date is slated for later this year of 2021, and we're not quite where we left off in the last video. Kind of like the same general area, but I wandered around a bit. And there's one door that, I don't know where it is. There's a bunch of white doors. It's down here somewhere. Maybe it's that one. A lot of them have stuff behind there. Anyway, there's one door that appears that we should be able to open it, but we can't. So this is like the next clue. Oh, this one doesn't open either. I'm left clicking. You can see it's trying to open. Why aren't you opening? What? Can we? No? Can you see it? It's like it's trying to open a little bit. Huh. Can't jump. Okay, so there are two doors now that are unopenable. Locked. I was really hoping that was it, you know, because then we could just, like, it'd be kind of like smooth sailing into the next area. I'm bummed out. I'm bummed out. This door is the one. See, it's... So now we're back to wandering around. You can see I just kind of like, I defaulted to like just leaving the UV light on at times. In case you didn't see the first video, I wandered around for a bit because I forgot that we had the UV light, and that's what gave us the clues to a code to doors, and so that's what I'm talking about is once bitten, twice shy. What is all this? Do we see any codes? I don't think we're gonna need codes. We're gonna need like a hammer or something, or like a... Oh, a pry bar? Wait, is that pry bar? Is that a thing in this game? Can we use a pry bar on the door? Because there was a pry bar. It was way back there. Please hold. Here's another one of those cabinets. It kind of like wants to open. There's no lock on it. You can see where the lock would go. Maybe that's just a cabinet. But isn't that the one that we opened up and there was a secret door like right behind it? Earlier, like it's the same 3D model. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one with the utility room. There's a pry bar in here. I thought. Where'd it go? There it is. Gimme, 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 gimme. Crowbar. It's not even a pry bar. Oh, no, it's a spud bar, isn't it? It's got the spiky bit on the end. Well, what do we do? I'm kind of happy that the pry bar wasn't the answer, because I've been thinking about this, and one thing I like a lot about this game is that it's kind of linear. You know, like it's a good balance between being linear to where like, well, you've already been there, so there's no need to go back, and then also being like kind of open world exploration. Well, you know, like not open world, obviously. We're in a house and then we're in hallways, but kind of just open exploration, like freedom. This is the... Oh, well, I went the wrong way. We're already at the very beginning of the dungeon, the asylum. But yeah, anyway, glad that the pry bar didn't work, because my expectations, or like what I think that the game expects of me, remain the same. So like, you know, we've kind of talked about that, and that's been established in my mind, like, you know, the realm of possibility and what's reasonable in this game. So if that pry bar were the answer, then it would have changed everything. Yeah, see, this is the set. Yeah, it is. This is the set of lockers. It's the same thing. That noise freaks me out. I don't know why. So here's this one, right? It just doesn't do the thing. Am I missing something? Nothing in the old inventory. I don't think we have any you know, thing in our journal, any newspaper entries or anything that's gonna help us open up that door. Someone got angry and flipped the mattress. Maybe turn off the flashlight. I don't know how it would help. Because I was thinking like, well, it can't hurt to have the flashlight on. Oh, what was that? Nothing. Maybe this is it. I don't know. I've thought before that opening up one of these, like, or something would help, and it didn't, so we'll see. Oh. First try. Okay. Okay, dead body. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Nothing else, huh? Okay, well, that's cool. Again, it's in line. That was just an oversight on my part. It's in line with what I've learned so far about what's expected of the player. That's good. Like, what I mean is, like, the key is not too far from the door that requires it. That's just been kind of a common thing that I've noticed. And then also, when you unlock an area, there's something there. Like, you unlock it, and it's not just like, oh, look, there's dead bodies, and let's freak the player out. You know, like, it's there's something in there that progresses it. So I guess that is our guidance. I talked about that in the first video. Like, I already didn't have any guidance, and I was... Oh, that thing on the floor was weird. Okay.
God damn it. Who could do something like this?
There's all the blood. Huh. You know, like, if it just seems like there'd be a lot of blood there, and maybe some would drip down into the crib. But yeah, in case you haven't seen my channel before, or, I mean, if you have, you'd know, like, I'm not about jump scare, like, reactions and stuff. I think that is... It's not for me. That's all I'm going to say. It's not for me, so I don't do that. If I get freaked out, I will say so, but...
What the hell? Westwood police, freeze!
Do we have to run? Oh, good. Okay. We do not have to run. That's why I said, oh, good, because I did not want to. Again, Chris, I like your music. Right there, Chris. Is that... Are these Greek names? Okay, cool. So, I guess feedback. I think it's good. Overall, I think it's good. I enjoyed it. And let's see. There was like kind of the hurdle. Well, it's not even a hurdle. It's like just kind of learning how to play a new game. I talked about that a lot in my first video where, you know, like playing a new game, the player has to learn how the game's designed and like the style and, you know, kind of like common mechanics in the way that things are presented to the player. And I think there was a lot of consistency in that for this game. And I think it was set up well once I learned how it was set up. So I liked that. A lot of times games like this, you know, it can be imbalanced sometimes and inconsistent. I'm just going to leave that there. Imbalanced, inconsistent, because like at times it'll be really easy to find like the solution to the puzzle. Then other times it's like moderate and satisfying, and other times it's impossible and makes you want to rage quit. So I felt like this game really kind of like walked a good balance for the whole game. And again, you know, like after I learned what was expected of me, then everything flowed pretty well. And then I had a couple of affirmations there in that last, like in the asylum itself, like, okay, I know what's expected of me, and so going forward, I think that the gameplay would be a lot more fluid. Not necessarily easier, or like it wouldn't. I don't think it'd get boring. It might after a while, but every game does. But you know what I mean? Like it has a good flow. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm just using a lot of words to say a simple thing. I like the music a lot. I commented on that frequently. I think, and I do like just the whole sound of the game I thought was good. The occasional creak of the floorboards was pretty good, because at times, like outside of recording, I'd be running around and suddenly like the floor would creak, and it wouldn't like freak me out, but you know, it kind of like suddenly like, oh, I'm aware, you know, like I'm more aware, because like when I had been running around, I just kind of got complacent. So that was pretty cool. Like just the sound, I thought the music was good. I really liked the intro music. Kind of was it like a banjo? I don't know what that, you know, instrument was. I'm pretty sure it was a banjo, but kind of reminded me of like the famous song from Deliverance just a little bit. And I think it was just because it's a banjo, and to me that's a really memorable song. But The monster, um, honestly, like when I first saw them, it's not scary. The monster's not scary. I made a video on a game called Corridor of Fear, I think is what it was called. Really similar monster, and yeah, it was honestly when I played that game and like I encountered the monster for the first time, I laughed, and like the monster wasn't threatening, and so like in this game. In Westwood Shadows, we didn't have direct interaction with the monster, so I don't know how it would have reacted. I don't know. I just saw it there, and it's like, okay, you know, I've seen that monster before. Maybe choose something else. Do something more horrifying. You know, if you want that kind of, because honestly, like if it wouldn't have said to be continued, and like it would have just like put us back into the game after the cutscene with like running around, I didn't want to run, and like the monster wasn't gonna make me because the monster's not scary enough. I can just tell you right now, unless it had some like horrifying screech or like a metamorphosis or I don't know something. What I saw there didn't present like a threat. What else? Level design. I commented a lot on that in my first video, and then I stopped. Really good. I liked it. I liked the detail, even though like the details didn't always make sense to me. I'm probably in the minority, and it was still good. It was still like a satisfying, like a rich environment, and I liked that. I didn't encounter any bugs. I like the standardized controls. The alt for crouching never came into effect. I crouched a few times just because I knew I could, but I also at the same time knew that it wouldn't make any difference to the gameplay. So I like the standardized controls. That was good. Really, everything was really straightforward, easy, you know, and like easy to get and understand. Intuitive is the word I'm looking for. And let's see, when I first started the game and there was that flashlight, picked it up, and then I was like, oh, this is my first video, by the way. I was like, oh, it's one of these kind of games, huh? And I started rotating it around. It was because I've played some of those types of games before, and I do not like them. I don't, that's not my favorite mechanic. I can't say I don't like those games. It's just like the mechanic where you left-click on it, and you pick it up, and you have to like rotate it around and all that stuff. I think it's the best way to do that, but I think it should be minimized because it's cumbersome. It gets tedious. So I'm glad that didn't occur a lot. There were just a few things, right? Like the picture and the flashlight and maybe some of the statues. Everything else, it was just like you didn't need to do that and rotate every single thing in a room to figure it out. So I like that. There are no settings. Right here in this menu, there are no settings, no options. There probably will be. This is, in case you're not the developer and you're still watching, thank you. But also, you know, it's an early release, right? Like it's super early in development, or not early release. It's super early in development. It seems like, because pre-alpha honestly, this seems like a beta to me. But everybody that's a pretty subjective, like relative scale, pre-alpha to early access or final product or whatever. So anyway, I guess I got on a tangent there. But what I was saying is that I'm sure in the final release of the game, there'll be like another button or two here to add. Just like some UI functionality or options or whatever. But I'm going to call this video here. I think that's all I have to say. Thank you for letting me playtest this game. I like it. Again, like the biggest thing that made it enjoyable was figuring out what was expected of me as the player, and then realizing that the game was set up well to be fun, not a total nightmare grind where you have to search every single drawer and like pull out the drawer and look underneath it for things that are taped on the bottom side. So anyway, good job. That's it. Westwood Shadows. Check it out for yourself if you are interested. It's on GameRound.co. You can also get the demo on Steam. Thanks for watching Atlas Gaming. I appreciate it. I release content every day, and we'll see you in the next one.